Hey, folks, it's Rob Staggenborg, the host of the TwoBrosShow, and I'm with my buddy, Jason, the Nickelbagger Nichols. What's up, Jason?
Not much, man. Nichols,
You got,
back.
I'll tell you what, you've been, yes, sir, 8 bags full today, but we won't talk about that. But let's say that for our later show. But how you been doing, man?
All right.
Good, good. It's been kind of a crazy day here. Just living the dreams. Friday, we all made it to Friday, so happy about that. Um, Couple big things going on in the news I thought we kind of talk about tonight. But the big thing I'm really excited about is I've been pumping it for a couple of days that we have my good friend Kris Reddick's coming on the show. And Chris is a guy, just as a guy's from your area, from St. Louis area, South County, I think.
Mhm.
Just as an encyclopedia about like classic movie monsters like Boris Karloff and he played Frankenstein and Lon Chaney played the Wolfman
Yeah.
and Bela Lugosi played Dracula. They made like such iconic statements with the way they portrayed these characters. So what he was really excited about was coming on the show to talk about some of those old time movie monsters as we kind of turn the corner here in September. We get ready to jump right into October, which for me is the spookiest month of the year.
I love October.
I can't stand it.
I love it. It's Budtober. We can talk about that later. But yeah, I love October. The fall weather is my favorite. Fall and
I
spring.
love fall weather. Love. I'm not a pumpkin spice person, but hey, coffees and warm drinks and chili cook-offs and stew. Dude, I'm all for all that stuff.
Yeah.
Halloween, look, I love Halloween. Who doesn't love Halloween? We talked about the other day. Who doesn't love fucking Halloween?
I don't know. That's crazy.
But Jason, I was driving across America today, in my little corner of America today, and you know what hit me?
What?
It's the stinkiest, shittiest season of the year.
Oh no. Why?
Election time. Ew.
Hell no.
I said we're not getting political, and I'm not going to get political because I don't really give a shit about any of the people running for county commissioner, Ward 7, board alderman. I'm tired of the fucking signs, dude. It's like, who are these people? You drive down the highway, there's Smith and Johnson, Krasinski and Boulder, and like, dude, there's too much. It's too much. Like, the common person can't take it all in.
You're right. Exactly. Just like people, this show is so unscripted. I didn't even tell you this, Rob, but for the last 2 weeks, I go to my mailbox and I'm so thankful they leave a trash can out there.
Oh my gosh, it's
I got 10 by 13 friggin' posters of 5 different people in there, and some of them duplicates every damn time. I just want to burn them.
yeah, like they send you a fucking poster of like the lady running for county assessor. Like I don't need this shit.
Where
Like, and I swear, Jason, about man, it was probably about 12 years ago. I first came up with the concept. I was like, you know what? I hate political advertising. It just drives me fruit. Can't do it. Why don't they make it a situation where you can opt in or opt out?
Yeah.
Why is it being force fed to us? Like, I don't care.
Well,
I'm
okay,
sick
right.
of the governor bullshit. I'm sick of all the races. I don't care. And the other thing is the way they do these ads are just so fucking like, you vote for Jason, but you vote for that son of a bitch. That guy's fucked up. Like the way these ads are like terrible. Well, that guy rapes babies in the fucking 80s. We have film of him raping babies. What the
Jesus.
fuck?
You know what's really weird is if anybody has, I'm sure a lot of people have printers now. I actually don't have a printer, but those ink cartridges, imagine how much that costs to make these posters they're sending out, and whose tax dollars are paying for those posters?
Well, it's a lot of donations. They're getting money donated. That's how politics works. But my whole point is like, people are sick of it. It's like, damn, you cannot drive anywhere in fucking America in the month of October without getting slammed with political ads. shitheads.
I know.
And each one is worse than the other. Like, this guy's a shit bum, but this guy's a wife beater. Oh, well, this guy rapes babies. Oh, this guy had an affair with a 14-year-old. Oh, what about this girl? Oh, yeah, she's a fucking neo-Nazi, with a skinhead crew cut. Like, I hate politics because of it. It's like too much, dude. I'll shut up. That's my rant. But what do you think?
Same thing. It is. It's ridiculous. We're force-fed everything. Media can be bad. It can be good, but you got to remember, people. I read this somewhere. The camera is a character. There's a reason. There's always a camera there when something happens.
Oh, I get it.
You got to
trust me.
Yeah, you got to decide right then and there. Why is the camera there? Is it there to hurt who it's watching or help who it's watching? Because that camera is an actor. Because that's what media is now. It's insane.
Well, I just got a message from our man, John Hefner, says he's not seen the chat on Facebook. So I'm going to have to go back in and try to fix that. Not really sure what's going on with that because we do share it with Facebook. We do share it out everywhere.
Yeah,
so,
I don't see any yet.
Hopefully, John will be able to jump on and we'll be able to get them. And we are on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on both the TwoBrosShow.com and the new TwoBrosShow page. So definitely, hopefully, everyone can check that out. So again, we could go on and on about this, but the month of October is supposed to be about children and candy and leaves changing and, like beauty. But then here comes a big shit burger called political advertising that ruins every fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like, you can't. And the thing is, Jason, here's what really gets me. It's like, you go in the voting booth, you don't even know who half these people are, or whatever, but you're like, oh, yeah, well, I remember reading that guy's name on the sign. He must be good. Yeah, you just voted a freaking child rapist into Congress because you remembered his name on the sign.
I know.
I don't get it, dude.
I hate that stuff. When I did vote, when I voted for president, because that's all I ever vote for if I vote, I get in there and I'm looking at this paper and it's showing me all these people's names, and now I'm like, whoa, I'm trying to read it all and see if I can find something else, something good about them or bad about them just by looking at the paper. But you can't do that there because I'm sitting here going, I don't know none of these people. I don't know if they're good or bad. I don't know.
Then the people like harassing you as you're walking in there, hey, vote for me, vote. Like, dude, get away from me. It's like flies, walking through like a bee's nest. Like, get in.
I hear
So anyway, we have another fucking 31 days plus another 6 or 5 or whatever. But November 4th is voting day. But so America's under fucking siege. Okay, so I know we have a lot of viewers in Australia, which we've talked about. Singapore, we're trying to get a lot of people in Singapore, and then Peru. We got a big group down in Peru. This is what's going on in America. But I'll tell you what, Jason and I are on top of it. We're not letting this go without someone commenting about it. Right?
Right.
Jason, come on, you gotta give me more, man.
You're starting to lag a little bit, I think.
Uh-oh. Is this better now?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think.
The stag does not lag. Well, I'll tell you what, Jason, while you're getting your breath together, we're going to get our guest lined up here, hopefully real quick, and start going through our headlines. We have to do our headlines, but listen, before we do any of that stuff, the routine, dude.
Nah.
Welcome to the Two Bros Show. Here's your host, Rob Staggenborg, with co-host Jason Nichols. Let's go to the studio. Wolverine! Jason, how is it going? It is the last week of September. We're wrapping up a great month of stuff. So what's been going on, man? What have you been thinking about these days?
Not much. Just loving the weather and trying
Are
to
you
do good.
Are you a trash? Are you a dumpster diver at all? Like, is that something you guys ever do?
I used to.
Used to? Okay, because reason, and I don't mean it like in a bad way, but reason I ask is, there's a couple stories out that I've seen. I'm trying to call them up here right now so I can get these things, filed up. But number one, dumpster diver. A guy goes to an estate sale. This happens all the time. So he buys a map. And again, I'm really trying to call it up. People, this is live. I can't do it any different way. I guess I could turn that off. But my point being is that I'm trying to find this story because it was pretty interesting. The nuts and bolts of it, the whole thing, Jason, it was that I'm going to call this thing up because this is too good not to share. Okay, here we go. I think I'm finally there, buddy. Getting live radio, dude. This is not scripted. It's not scripted here. Dang it! Now where did it go?
That's why it's the Two Bros Show. We're serious.
Okay. Do you see the headlines now?
Yeah.
Bingo, Light Bright.
Yeah.
So apparently there's a National Toy Hall of Fame. I'm not sure if you even knew this.
Wow.
Did you?
No,
Yeah.
I did not.
So apparently every year they put new toys in this National Toy Hall of Fame. So this year, Bingo, like the game Bingo, like I would think that would already be in, but no, it just recently went in to the Toy Hall of Fame. Bingo.
Well, buddy, I'm thinking the exact opposite of what you're thinking.
What?
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking it's old school. It has to be there by now. But I'm thinking it's boring as fuck. That's why it ain't been.
It's not a great game. It's not a game you have like people over to hang out. Let's go do some bingo, dude.
Bro, I used to sit with my mom through three and a half.
She has little dabbers.
Yeah.
She has the dabbers and stuff.
And I won. But even when I won, it was still so boring.
Dude, you know what? Here's the thing I hate about bingo. It's like you got like everyone except for one. You're like, dude, oh my God, this is it. And you're like, okay, bingo. You're like, fuck, son of a bitch. Like you just want to rip that old lady in half. You know? Yeah, you got one goddamn letter.
Yeah.
So bingo, I'm not suited for bingo. But hey, a couple toys that I know that you would probably really be into. Nerf toys. Everybody loves Nerfs. I mean, hey, I think for sure Nerf belongs in the Hall of Fame. They have this thing they're called Briar horses. And if you can see in the photo, they're just those little miniature plastic horses that are in like different positions. Not
Briar
sure.
Horses. That's Light Bright, bro.
No. In this corner, the other corner.
Oh, I can't see the picture real good, but Light Bright. Light Bright, I can understand that being in the Hall of Fame. Oh, okay, I see that now.
So there's a little, okay. The other one was Phase 10. You ever see that? Like at the store, it's a board game. It's a Phase 10 board game. I don't think I've ever played it, but Pound Puppies, I mean, those have been kind of retired for quite some while, don't you think?
Yeah, but it might just be like the bingo with the Pound Puppies. They may have finally just got in.
What about the Pinata? Pinata made the list.
Well, that's been around forever. So maybe
that's what I'm saying. Like, and this is Associated Press. It's AP. This isn't made up crap. This is for real. So, Masters of the Universe. That really wasn't me. That was maybe a little bit younger than me, but I know guys are really into it. Love Masters of the Universe. Well, guess what? It's a fucking National Toy Hall of Fame toy, buddy.
Yeah.
Masters of the Universe.
Oh, I know, bro. I check it. I don't know if I can. I can't.
Well, no, Jason. I'm gonna call you out on this.
What?
You bought your shit at the fucking dollar store.
Oh, so I can't show it.
Once it goes to the dollar store, it's just better left.
These are little baby figurines.
Jeez, unbelievable.
Anyway, they're cool. He-Man.
So the one, hey, I will tell you the toy that I always freaking jammed and loved when I was a kid, Spirograph, dude. I used to
Oh
love
yeah,
that.
I
I
played
used to
with
love
that
it.
some. I don't remember if I had one, but my kids did.
Well, first of all, the little blue discs all got fucking lost to the wind, and then like the pencils will get so like dull you couldn't fit them in the little holes anymore. So, but it was a great toy. I mean, come on, it belongs in there. Now, Jason, here's the one that like this is a kind of a head scratcher. The spinning top, the top.
I love that thing.
I love them, but I mean, now do you like the ones? I like the ones that used to have the little rip cords. Now those were cool.
Those are gyros.
Well, I call them a top. I don't know.
Have you ever had a real gyroscope? My dad got me one. Those things are badass.
No, I never have. I didn't have that kind of a. My dad didn't like me that much, I guess.
No, bro, they're
Uh,
metal. They're gyroscopes. I'm pretty sure it's how a plane flies.
oh yeah, it is. It is.
But they can spin for minutes and minutes, 5 minutes.
Man, hey, listen, Jason. This is what I was talking about before. Is that this guy he's from Portland, Maine, not Portland, Oregon.
Hmm.
He's okay. He's our second class citizen. But anyway, he's a bargain hunter. He went to like an estate sale. He was looking for one of those KitchenAid mixers and bookshelves, stuff like that. So he
Yeah.
walked away with a 700-year-old medieval times document
Damn.
from an estate sale.
Wow.
700-year-old treasure. Can you? I mean, Jason, that like I have pairs of underwear that might be like 42 years old or something, but I don't have
Yeah.
anything that's 700 years old, dude.
Not me either.
But can you imagine like that? Just, I mean, and that is a great thing about being a bargain hunter because again, you come across things that are great deals. But I mean, boy, I don't even know what the worth on that is, but I imagine it's worth a few pennies for sure,
Oh yeah. I'm sure.
dude. Are you a bargain hunter? Do you like to look for deals in thrift shops and stuff?
Um, no, but we used to my TJ and my nephew, we used to buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards from the stores and stuff,
Oh yeah.
and we set up a little online business, and we would sell them. And I'd go to Goodwill, and people, you can do this. Just walk through Goodwill and look at certain things, toys and electronics and stuff like that, and just Google it. Google the price, and just you'll see what I'm talking about.
Well, see, that's just another thing. There's a difference between Goodwill
Yeah,
and thrift stores that like help organizations and stuff. So I'm not gonna get into all that because
yeah, I
Goodwill
know.
they do a lot of good things for a lot of good people. I don't want to like start trashing them, but there's a difference. But listen, you know how they have like Andy Warhol did the whole thing with the 15 minutes of fame.
I
Like
think so.
everyone has at least 15 minutes of fame. Well, like I'm ready for Elon Musk. I'm ready for him to be done with his 15 minutes of fame. Like I don't really know much about the guy. I know he's richer than fuck, but now apparently some of his college photos turned up in someone bought him for $165,000
That's ridiculous.
at an auction. So they were never be seen before photos of Elon Musk as a college boy.
Well, I
Like
can. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know.
I can
I
tell. I can tell you exactly who bought those.
who? Elon Musk?
No, media,
Oh,
and now they're
probably.
going to get rich with them.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, it was his ex
There's,
girlfriend, his college girlfriend that sold them, and
yeah, bro. Trust me. There's people we don't even understand. If you try to make a patent online, as soon as you search for it, somebody's on it hunting it. If you
yep.
try to, if you, oh my gosh, the media's got people looking for this kind of stuff.
I
They
know, but
find these little fingers.
I'm not going in this whole media conspiracy thing. Not tonight, because this is the big story tonight.
I
Down in
know.
Florida, there's always shit happening in Florida. Well, dude, a beer truck freaking crashed, overturned, and fucking Coors Light beer cans all over the fucking highway. Can you imagine that? Now, here's the thing.
I can imagine the party that ensued.
Well, no, but see, that's what you think. Here's the thing. So this is a story from September 21st. As of today, they were still there.
What?
Nobody wants that shit.
Are you kidding me?
It was like a Coors Light. Fuck, piss one.
Oh my gosh.
People just kick it to the side. It's like
that's total
even the
bullshit.
even the rats down there don't even fucking want that shit.
Oh, bro, I actually like that beer.
You like? Oh, Coors Light is blow beer, dude. I'm sorry, it's no good. Oh man, it's no good, dude. No good.
Hey, did you see how Budweiser and Bud Light had to put out the $1 million can and Super Bowl shit for the gold cans just because people know they suck and their beer sucks, so they want to make some money.
Okay, I'm going to have her join us now. Okay, well, so what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead. We went through our headline segment, and we're going to do a little bit of our Staggenborg in here. Just one moment. Rob Staggenborg here. I am co-host of the Two Bros Show.
What?
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Your organization's terrible. Let's go.
Okay, folks, this is the point where we are waiting for our guest. Our guest, Kris Reddick, is going to be joining us, and just want to give you a little bit of background. Jason, I'm going to pull you back in. Now you're back. Or should I not pull you back in?
Give me 1 second.
Okay, I'll pull you back off. So I've got to know Jason, or it's not Jason. I don't know Jason my whole fucking life, God damn it. But I've got to know Kris. When I worked in St. Louis, I worked at one of the local high schools, and to be quite honest with you, didn't even freaking think anything of him. You know, some, a little bit, here, there, whatever, you know. We had like 1,000 kids, 800 kids, so for us, it wasn't really a, you know, it like I said, we had interactions, but it wasn't like we had any sort of deep sort of connection or anything. So Kris went through school. I think when he was a senior, he said something to me that was actually so funny. It was like a smart ass comment that was so funny that I was like, dude, this guy's got it going on, man. Jason, I'm bringing you back in, whether you're ready or not. So I'm telling the story about my buddy Kris. I'm getting ready to bring him on. So like I've known him since he's like been 14 years old.
Yes,
so
sir.
like see him just walking the halls. Like I don't even think anything about it, you know?
Yeah.
Well, then he's a senior. Him and his buddy are out there doing some filming or something. And I said, what are you guys doing out here in the hallway? Like trying to be all hard ass, you know? And he's like, they said something that I don't remember what it was. It was like a real smart ass comment that normally we're like fucking made a teacher go nuclear. Like, you're saying that through. But I just was like, I had respect. I was like, you know what? I'm a smart ass. Dude, you're on your way to being a professional smart ass. So, yeah. Jason, I'm really excited to bring my good buddy, Kris Reddick. Kris, great to see you, man.
Good to see you, Rob. Thank
Hey, was I accurate about that story? Was that story pretty accurate?
You were just when so many stories those days, man.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, man.
It was. I'm gone, man. I'm so many since then. Just talk.
Hey, Kris. Hey, Kris. I'm gonna cut him out and have him come back in, okay? So
it's all the monsters they got him.
I know, man. I don't know what it is about the stupid stream here. And I'm gonna tell him to come back in here. But you know what the thing is we always have this problem with our guests, so it's not just him. Okay, here I think he's back here. All right, Kris, I think we got you now, man. So we can't hear you. It's okay, because that happens with us all the time. So I'm going to take him off. We're going to go. So anyway, my whole thing about Kris is like, I've known him for a long time. He's a great guy, but I never knew that he was into like into movies to the level that he was here. So Kris, if you can hear me, I'm going to ask you to jump out and then go back into that link and then jump back on. Sometimes when you reset, that gives you a better connection.
Hey, and Rob, if it's got something to do with adding a person, you can take me out while he's talking.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to do that. Let's see if that is something. Okay, here, let's see.
All right.
Bye, Jason. Nope. I think he went out and he's going to come back in.
Oh, okay.
Technical problems, but you know what? It's going to be so worth it. So worth it.
Someday. It's live. It's live, people. Bear with
It
us.
is live. It is live. Well, while we're waiting for him to go, I am going to go ahead and show our. Well, I'm not going to. Excuse me. I'm going to show. We'll show our little presentation here for a second.
Presentation.
We're back.
Okay.
Chris, can you hear us? Hopefully you can hear us.
Yeah, I can hear you. I apologize for that interruption.
Don't worry about it, man. This is the great thing about podcasting is it never works.
There you go.
Well, look, I gave everybody a great promo background about you, about how you and I know each other. But the big thing I was telling folks is like I never heard that you had such a love for classic movies, and I'm hoping he can jump back in here. There we go. Did you hear what I said? Here you go, Chris. I'm gonna pop Jason off, and it'll just be you and I. Can you hear me? Well, I'm not sure. We're trying to get gold, Chris. We're not sure what's going on. We got just Jason off. I'll tell you, it's just perfectly because we love gas. And we definitely, but we'll get him back. He's having a little bit of a rough connection. Who am I to talk? I have freaking rough connection every damn time I get on the.
I know. Where's he from?
St. Louis area, like in the county somewhere.
Oh, I was starting to think he was from far away because of the way it was breaking up.
No, okay, he's back. I think he's back. We're gonna just put him on.
I'm so totally my girlfriend. I'm as intoxicated, Rob.
You are. You're not.
Damn. No,
well, good.
She keeps calling me. That's why I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay. I see you keep getting the calls in the middle of the talking. I got you.
Well, cool.
Don't worry about it, man. We're low key about here. But listen, the reason I want to have you on is we're getting ready to get into freaking October, dude, and everybody's like crazy about monster movies or horror movies. So for me, I like to categorize them as monster movies and then horror movies because I think they're two different things. But dude, I know you're really into some of these old monster movies, Frankenstein, Boris Karloff, and Bela Lugosi. Jason, I'm going to pop you off to save us some bandwidth, okay? So how did you get into it? Why are you into it? You know, tell us a little bit about the background there.
Anyways, my grandfather was one of the greatest generation 1933. Essentially, his monster movies. I watched as a kid. My grandfather took me to Blockbuster as a kid. All these Abbott and Costello movies, Karloff. Chaney, you see Bela Lugosi and Costello on all these VHS movies at Blockbuster, and I just was hooked from the get go. You saw Godzilla and all these monster movies, and I from the get go just absolutely hooked by all these art. It was awesome stuff, man.
Well, I know, like you're really like into the Godzilla movies. I know. First of all, it was like I remember seeing a few posts about Godzilla. What was it about Godzilla that turned you on so much?
Hold on, my audio cut out. Rob, dude, she's calling me. I'm so sorry.
What about Godzilla? We'll jump out of that because he's getting a little audio problems. He's a really interesting guy, though. I promise you. So he was saying that his grandfather owned a Blockbuster, and as a young kid, him and his dad used to go in there. I think his dad was the manager of the Blockbuster, so he would go look at all the old movies and was just really taken by all these old movies. So we're just getting ready to talk about the part of the interview where we're going to talk about like what was it about. I know originally he talked about Godzilla was a really big thing for him. So hopefully when he pops back on, he said his girlfriend was trying to reach him about something. So he kept getting interrupted. So hopefully we'll, we know how girls keep power calling us all the time. I get it.
Yeah, I do, but it's my daughters.
I know. But so what I said about earlier. So there's horror movies and then there's like monster movies.
Yeah.
So like, what do you prefer? Do you prefer like the monster movie type thing, or do you prefer the horror movie?
Horror movies don't scare me. Monster type stuff can, like things that can happen, that could possibly happen, that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, it's got to be some level of believability for me, even to like think it would ever happen, But monster movies, like Predator, like to me that scared the shit out of me because it's like you couldn't see it, nothing like that.
Yeah,
Alien was kind of badass, but at the movie itself, I didn't really like the movie.
Yeah,
but it was, it wasn't too bad. It was all right.
My scariest monster movie is Jaws. That changed me.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, like I said, we're just going to kind of keep going with the show. If Kris jumps back on, we'll go with that. Jason, let's go ahead and roll with a quick break. Give us a couple minutes, and hopefully things will kind of settle down. Hopefully, get our guests back in. Okay, take about 4 minutes.
All right. Thanks.
What I catch you with a little bubbler?
Wolverine.
Wolverine, dude. Wolverine. Hey, listen. I just got word that Kris is going to probably step out. He might try to join us later, but doesn't look like he'll be able to join us for a few more minutes at least. So if we don't catch him today, we'll catch up with him next time. It's cool. So big deal. He's got a great story. I'd love to have him on anytime he wants to come on. He just ran into a bit of a tech problem right now, so I'll tell you a little bit more about it offline, Jason. But anyway, what do you got going on in Jason's world today, man? I know. Now, wait a minute. Don't give it away. Give it away now. About your little reveal. We're going to do a little reveal here in a couple days, maybe even on Wednesday.
Okay. So, in other news in Jason's world, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know, man. You got me on this fall subject. I just love it. I love to burn wood every night. It's therapeutic. I can't hear in my apartment.
I love burning the wood, dude. Oh, I'm a firebug, man. I totally am a firebug.
Me too. I was since I was a little kid. I mean, I didn't get in trouble, but I almost got hurt a few times.
I mean,
but, yeah.
I gotta tell you, like, we talk a lot about like standards of manhood and what makes a man. I gotta tell you, if you can't build a goddamn fire, you ain't a man.
Yeah.
Or a woman. That woman can do it too. But I'm just telling you,
Yeah.
that is a rite of fucking passage, dude. And like, if there's a fire going and it's going fucking south, old Robbie to the rescue. I'll get that thing flaming, dude.
Yeah.
I love it, dude. But I love a good bonfire. I mean, they don't do bonfires anymore. But I remember in the old days, like in the middle of our soccer field, at the end of the year, they would do a big ass bonfire in the middle of the soccer field.
Oh yeah, man! Bonfires and chili cook-off.
Not anymore.
Earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll find a chili cook-off. All I got to do is call it church. They'll have one.
Oh yeah, they got one. Yeah. Now I'll tell you what. The other one is the old pancake breakfast. You ever do the old pancake breakfast they have at churches and stuff?
Yeah, a few times. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some good eating. Some good eating there, man. Well, what are you doing for Halloween?
We don't just call churches on holidays and go eat there.
What you guys having? We got Brussels sprouts. Fuck that, ain't coming Brussels sprouts. Fuck you.
Bro, you know how many times my sister's like, Jace, hey, you should come to church this Sunday because we're having this dinner. And I'm like, I haven't been there in like 3, 4, 5 months. I don't want them to think I'm just coming to eat.
We got it too, where someone's like, hey, come to church, man. We got Kona Ice. Kona Ice is like the old, snow cones for the kids and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Kona Ice is coming, and it's like, okay, well, great. I mean, I don't really want to give my kids snow cones at 10:30 in the morning in their good clothes, but hey, So, but it's just saying, it's just like, that's how it is, man. It's just like, so it is what it is. So, but anyway, so things are just going okay in your world then, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm loving this weather, and I mean it's Budtober, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, so are you like a haunted house guy? You do like all that stuff, or?
I don't really like haunted houses now because of the way it is. Like that's too close up and personal.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if. And the way, I mean, if you got people going into places, just normal places, and just doing harm to people, how do we know one of these carnies working in a freaking haunted house?
I know.
He lost his mind.
I'll tell you what, man. I went to one. It was actually down in downtown St. Louis, one of the old factory ones. And first of all, it was brutal because the line was fucking forever. Now, again, dumbass me, I go on a Friday night during Halloween. Hello. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so wait till this line. This dude's got a chainsaw, but with no chain on. Like just looking like he was living on the street. Like he wasn't hired by the company. He was just a dude with a chainsaw. That's how fucking good it was, dude.
That was crazy. That reminds me of a story, bro. On Halloween night, my sister's, I think was a boyfriend of hers, wrapped himself in toilet paper. So he would blow street lights and walk down the street like a mummy. But my brother my older brother grabbed a chainsaw and took the blade off. And oh my gosh, we walked down the street. We walked behind him. There was a guy riding his dirt bike around his yard, through the front yard and the backyard, because he had a traffic light. My brother got behind one of the trees, bro, with that friggin' saw with no blade on it. And when we're up past the tree, my brother was like, wait! And this dude,
he fell off.
he slid and he gunned it back out into the backyard. I can't remember what happened after that. There was no fight or nothing, but it was hilarious.
Wow, that's crazy, man. That's insane. Yeah. Well, you know what? It is what it is, you know. But I mean, some people really get into Halloween where they're like, they invest big money in their fucking displays. Like it's like 4th of July. Same people. They go from 4th of July, they pay off those bills in like fucking September. Then they take on Halloween bills that they got to pay until July. So it's just a cycle, man.
Yeah, I know.
The hillbilly cycle, I call it.
Money, 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 money.
But you know what? Everywhere you go, like you walk in the store and there's like creepy fucking, you know, like, dude,
it's like, everywhere.
I know. Like I walked into the department store up here, and it's like, it's called the Fred Meyer. It's I don't know what it would be like, kind of like a Walmart, but better. Yeah. I think, like way better.
Yeah,
like 1 billion times better. Like fucking fuck you, Walmart. Sorry, and that's for John Hector, who's getting screwed over by Walmart's health insurance. That's for John, dude. Our buddy John. Yeah, hopefully he's listening. So,
yeah, hi John.
Excuse me, bro. Well, that's it for Jason's World.
Jason's World. Ow.
Dude, someday I'm wondering, like you work that beard so much, are you gonna like crochet it, and all of a sudden have like a freaking sweater? You crochet
my daughter is going to braid all this in little triple braids everywhere. I'm gonna look so gangsta.
And so, what would be your reasoning for doing that?
Because they always told me if I let it grow, they would. And they never do. So I'm letting it grow. And plus, man, I just saw something today, and people think the Blues are not in the top 15 teams next season, or this season coming up. And I heard it on the radio, and I'm like, what? No, I grow this beard so it's still here when we make the playoffs, like we always do.
Okay, man, you just jinxed it. You just fucking jinxed it.
No way.
Yeah, but well, listen, Jason. You know, one thing we do every show.
Yeah.
And it's so we get kind of serious about some things because we want to make sure that we reach out to people who need help. You know, you might have seen the little promo we put together about the National Suicide Hotline. It's 888, and it's for anyone who's got problems, who needs help, who doesn't maybe doesn't want to go on anymore, doesn't really have much joy in their life. Well, guess what, man? There's joy in life. You just have to find it. You have to look for it, okay? Sometimes it doesn't come to you, but it's there, you know?
Yeah.
Just, you know, you need joy. Go down to a freaking animal shelter and pet those puppies for 15 minutes. I mean, shit, that'll give you joy right there. You know, those dogs got no chance, but they'll take a minute. So my point is, like, if you need help, and if you're in a depressive state and you feel like you're going to hurt yourself or hurt someone else, reach out, call someone, put your name in the chat, call Jason or I mean, reach out to us, because we really want to build a real positive movement in America, and we need people. We need you. So, hey, just reach out. So I say it every show. I'm really passionate about it. I've known too many people who have succumbed to that sort of thing, and their families are left holding the bag. So, Jason, you talk about that a lot. What do you got to say on this?
You remind me of something. I just want to throw this in there because we've never talked about this. But first off, suicide's a permanent solution to a temporary problem, and this reminds me of Robin Williams. He's a comedian. Still
One of the best
I hope,
comedians
wherever
ever.
he is. And he cracked people up, and he
Mm.
made everybody better. And that's what people can do. But you got to remember, on the other side of that, he was dying inside. So, see, we can't always tell when something's wrong with someone. And
I mean, you go through the list. Chris Cornell from Soundgarden, you know, a
Mhm.
perfectly sane guy, you know, succumbed to himself. Kurt Cobain, you know, talked about him and some of the problems that he was having, and
yeah,
you know,
I had
so
a
it happens to people who have achieved success. It's not just a poor person's thing. It happens to everyone. So you know, but people are here to help. Anthony Bourdain, I mean, that guy had it all. That guy had it all, and apparently he had something that was a secret to him and was something that was very dark to him. And you know, we lost Anthony Bourdain, and he brought so much joy to so many people, and shined a light on so many great areas of the world that never would have been, you know, discovered. So
yeah, that was
there's a lot of people.
pretty
Just
cool.
reach out. Don't be that statistic, please. Do not.
Yeah, don't be that statistic, because you're leaving your family alone, suffering pain, just like you are right now. But they got to do it forever. You're going to leave and you're not going to feel it. But we're all going to feel it. We're going to feel it because we're offering you help right now. So we're going to feel it too.
And I realize there's a lot of people who are watching the show that don't need this message. Hey, that's fine. You know, this is your time to take a bathroom break, but there might be a person out there that needs to hear this. And you know what? That's why it's so important that, you know, if anything, we might not have anything to talk about in the entire show, but I guarantee you we'll goddamn speak about this
Hell
every
yeah.
fucking time because it's that important to us. And we got to stop killing each other and killing ourselves, man. Just got to stop. You know, life, we need everybody to just turn things around. You know, we need everybody. So I'll leave that alone. I don't want to be too heavy handed about it. But again, something that we talk about every show, man. We do.
Yes, sir.
So that's it on that subject, man. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, listen, I had one other thing that I had prepared. I can't find it right now. So, I mean, we're going to probably be ending the show here in about 11 minutes. So, can I just tell you a couple things that we have going on? So, we have been kind of experimenting with the weekend show. We've been talking about doing on Fridays, doing on Saturdays. There's a chance we might do a show tomorrow night. I don't know. Jason and I are kind of, we're up. You know, a lot of times we're just available to do it, and sometimes that we're not. So,
I'm off Saturday and Sunday, so go.
if you know, if you think you're interested in being and having us, you know, do a show on Saturday, you know, hit us up, let us know in the chat, or you know, DM us on Facebook. You know, be part of our group. So we might be moving this weekend show around. It really depends on maybe kind of what the sporting event of the day is. Maybe there's a big time football game, hockey game, or baseball game. The World Series is coming up here pretty soon. So, you know, we're going to try to maybe adjust our schedule a little bit to kind of fall in line to where people are at. People are up, out, excited, watching the games, you know, out partying and stuff. And that's kind of what we like to do, just have a good time being morons and maniacs. So just want people to just bear with us because we're working out a schedule that works. But I kind of think the weekend, maybe just have a floating weekend show. What do you think, Jason?
Fine with me, whatever you want. Whatever they want.
I mean, well, don't say that because I literally get bags upon bags of mail from viewers all day long, and I can't answer all of them. I just can't. I can't get through all of them. I really can't. But what I do, you know, take, you know, comments and questions, and actually, you know, I'm starting with a little bit of a disconnect with Chris and with his connection and with everything that was going on with Chris. So I apologize for that. But the thing is you know, we love having guests. So if you are interested in being on the show, or you know someone who's going to be on the show, you know, hit us up. We'll reach out to that person. And obviously we can't get Elon Musk, since I pissed him off today. You know, his people be calling me trying to get on the show. But no, I don't want his college pictures. I don't.
Yeah, he'll buy the show from us and then he'll just sell it.
No, then he'll back out. No, he'll buy the show, then back out like he's doing with Twitter.
Yeah.
Bastard. What a whore. I hate that guy. Anyway, he is what you know. What he's doing, what he can to keep the economy and keep food in people's refrigerators. So I guess I can't be grudging for that. You know.
Oh, you're gonna have to explain that one to me after the show.
Well, you know, he runs Tesla,
Yeah.
so he's Tesla's like one of the hottest selling cars now. Everybody wants a fucking Tesla. So
Yeah, till they gotta buy a battery for it.
yeah, until you buy a 25 hours, $65,000 battery or some shit like that. It's crazy. So, like I said on the just housekeeping, we're going to be moving the weekend show, maybe Friday, maybe Saturday. We'll let you know way in advance. We're still going to stick with Wednesday. I think Wednesday works out great. Probably be about an hour long show, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. Depends on how wasted me and Jason are at the time or what's going on at the time. So I think with the World Series coming up and a lot of the sports really kicking into high gear, we'll probably be having a lot of sports related podcasting and a lot of guests related to things that are going on. So hopefully people will join us on that.
You know what I'm excited about? You just made me think of this.
What?
I am a sucker for late night cards and blues games.
Okay.
So, like
West Coast,
on those nights, like when it's 9 p.m. game time, like, Central, or not 9. You know what I'm freaking saying.
I know what you mean. Yeah, because we deal with it here.
Wherever they're at. But I would love to do shows late those nights if we're up. That'd be fun.
Sure. But you know what? I mean, like I said, we want to appeal to a large group of people, a large group of fans. So you know what? We'll see what we can do. Like I said, we don't want to. We can always promise you 2 shows a week because that's what Jason and I mean, that's what I'm paying that motherfucker for. I'm not paying him for a goddamn show more than 2 fucking week. I mean, the guy doesn't have anything prepared. He fucking smokes the whole goddamn show. I'm ready to fucking fire him. But I mean, we'll talk about that during our review after the show. Wait, are we live? Oh shit! I didn't know the microphone was on.
You just made me eat my beard.
No, dude, that beard though, man, that's your thing. Like you go for it, man. It's like you're.
I think it's how I control my other OCD or something.
Well, no, man. You braid it or something, man.
Okay. Next show, it'll be braided next show.
You think you can get down to your nipples? You think?
No, hell no. It's not that long. It's only like
no, do you think you could?
No, it just seems to peter out somewhere in here. But you know what's sorry, ladies, messed up is this mustache, dude. It was growing over my lips. My brother was like, trim that. And I was like, no, I'm trying to do something. And he was like, what? And I was like, I'm trying to see if I got one of those freaking Doc Holliday freaking, wider mustaches. And then I started doing this shit. And it's actually doing it.
Dude, or you're probably one of these fuckers that was shaving in fucking 4th grade, weren't you?
No, I have all these gaps. It takes forever for it to grow, except for this.
I know. I can't, man. Dude, I'm baby face. Ooh, baby face.
If I do that, I look like an 18-year-old with 8 chins. Well, I did till I lost 40 pounds.
Hey, real quick before we go though, man, we were talking about the sports and the baseball playoffs. Quick reminder: this year the playoffs are way different. I mean, we talked about that earlier. It's not first against fourth and stuff. It's like they're all seeded. And there's not a playoff, not a wild card play-in game anymore. That's changed. So if you're kind of a fan of the traditional baseball, which I mean, baseball fucking changed every 5 years when the new comes in. It looks like that is the situation.
Sweet. I haven't really paid much attention to that rule change since the beginning of the season. I was so
right now,
the wild card.
The Cardinals, the Mets, the Dodgers are in. I think the Braves are in too. It's his top 6 teams, I think it is.
Did the Cards lock in a wild card round home field?
I don't know about that. That's what I'm not sure how that all worked. I just kind of noticed it today. I was like, oh man, we got a definitely talk about that because all the baseball fans on the show, like I said, they could download our podcast and listen to it as they're driving to the games. Whatever they want to do, they could listen to us after the games. Whole thing is we just want to be out here chatting, letting people know that we're out here talking, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, all right, well, we got a couple minutes. Like I said, it really doesn't look like it's going to work out for Kris this week. I'll kind of touch base back with him and see if we can kind of schedule him from at a later show. And Jason, man, great episode. I'm glad things flew by. Again, I'm sorry about hitting you with the politics. I shouldn't hit you with the politics, but the fucking signs drive me fruit.
The politics were fine. I just thought you were going to go somewhere else with it, and then I was going to go on a tear.
No, I don't care that you're going to vote for Joe Bean Smith for the county commission seat, Circuit 2. I don't care. That's not the race I'm interested in.
I'm
interested in the Board of Aldermen, Ward 6 in Poughkeepsie, Mississippi, or Poughkeepsie, New York. That's the race I'm looking for. Like, who does that?
Nobody.
I know.
I hope not.
Dude, I got to tell you, man, they talk about election reform.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the whole thing needs to be reformed. It's just like stupid.
It is.
That's why people don't like to vote. It's just like, oh, I'm sick. I'm going to vote just so I can shut these fuckers up.
Exactly. They pound you with it, with signs and ads on TV, and you're like, geez, just leave me alone. And then
you can't believe anything they fucking say.
I've had 5 voter registration cards in the last 5 months come in the mail. Like I didn't see the first one you sent.
Well, no, here's the problem is they're doing elections all throughout the year. So now you have like a random, we have an election in March. You're like, what? Like first Tuesday in March, there's an election? What the hell is that?
And you know what's really
that's, the county seat elections. Like, so I don't know. I just think the election reform is eat a dick and blow up the whole thing and start new because it's stupid.
You want to know what's really an oxymoron? When you see elections set up in churches. Church buildings that hold elections or have them there so you can go vote. I'm pretty sure we have one of those in this town somewhere.
Well, I'm sure. Well, there's a lot of churches that have, and actually, politically, politicians they work with churches a lot behind the scenes.
I know, but separate state and church. Separate state and church. But let's vote here, people. Come vote.
Well, listen, we don't get into the weeds too political because I'm not going to listen to Jason and his fucking Proud Boy, fucking anti-fascist, fucking shit that he types on the internet.
Hell no, I can't stand Nazis.
No, I can't stand that. Things have gotten really out of hand. And actually, I do want to just put it out there. We're looking for anyone who is maybe a politician in their local community that wants to come on and just talk about the state of politics, not any particular candidate, but just how it's gotten so nasty and ugly. And like, are we ever ignorant? Yeah, you're right.
Why the hell can't people see between the lines of why does it take people so long and so many years to realize, oh, you got duped, bud?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, again,
it's
there's
Americans
so many
became gullible.
There's so many levels of election things because it's all about money and big money and all this shit. But
it's just like everybody's easily manipulated.
Yeah.
My brother told me once, he was like, Jason, do you know why they don't understand and you do? And I was like, why? And he said, because you're not easy to manipulate. And I was like, oh, is that because I'm a manipulator? But no, he was right. He was right. That's what it is. It's all it is. People are easy to manipulate.
I guess. Well, no one likes to be manipulated, but
no. I would never use that in a bad way, people. I learned my lesson many years ago.
You only use your powers for good.
Yes, sir.
That's right here. So, well, Jason, we're at 1 hour. That means it's time for us to say goodbye until Wednesday. We might do a surprise show tomorrow, but not really sure. We'll kind of see how that goes.
All right, buddy.
Hey,
Love
bud.
y'all.
I love you, Jason. You're the best.
Love you, Rob.
Chris, hope you're able to work out your situation. Hopefully you'll be able to come back on and join us. And I think that we are, you know who we have coming up? We're just getting the dates and time. The doctor of rock and roll, Dr. Rocky Streb.
Sweet.
And I'll tell you a little bit more about him, but he is a good friend. He runs a podcast called the Old Man Podcast.
Nice.
And he is just like a walking encyclopedia about rock and roll. So I'm going to talk to him a little about a couple things that came up that just really got me really upset about rock and roll right now.
Oh, wow. That's going to be awesome.
Well, they involve Pat Benatar.
Wow.
And Twisted Sister. That's all I'm going to say. Twisted Sister and Pat Benatar. That's your teaser for Wednesday.
Google. I'm Googling.
Twisted Sister, we're not going to take it. No, we're going to take it. And then hit me with your best shot. That's Pat Benatar.
Yeah.
So, but of course she isn't playing that anymore because she kind of got woke because of all the school shootings. So I kind of get it. I understand it. But like, I got to be honest with you. That's like her only song. She doesn't really have much more after that. But saving it for Wednesday. Saving it for Wednesday. Don't let me. I'm terrible. But I'm saving it for Wednesday.
People, he's such a tease.
Love is a battlefield, baby. Love is a battlefield.
Love is a battlefield.
Welcome to the Two Bros Show. Here's your host, Rob Staggenborg, with co-host Jason Nichols. Let's go to the studio.